Hello, everybody. This one's about the Holy War. What the hell is the Holy War? Battle over religion, battle over beliefs, battle over faiths, battle over tribes, battle over gods. Alright, so we need to know a couple of basic terms. Let's start with religion. Fuck the dictionary. Let's go with what we see in our hearts and minds when we clear it all out and we use what God gave us to comprehend this world. Okay? You don't like the topic of God? Eat shit. You're listening to the wrong channel. Alright, let's get into it. What is religion? Let's forget language and let's go all the way back to the first people, whether you think they were Adam and Eve or lizards or out of pyramids that floated in the sky. I don't give a shit. But the first people had to comprehend this world, and they had to react to it. They had to know that there were certain things out there that were so important that when they started to have children, multiply, have little babies, that they needed to save those kids a little bit of heartache and possibly a whole lot of death by teaching them the most basic fundamentals of this life. And they didn't need words to do it. They simply needed actions or symbols or sentiment, the language that we most, the language of animals, the language of simple creatures, okay? And as some tribes and groups advanced and developed and progressed and prodiginated, I think that's a word, what happened was they developed that religion because it taught things like bad things come out at night, grow food in the spring, make sure you bring the food and the animals and the crop in before the harshness of winter. It said things like, you probably should listen to the people in your tribe that are older than you because they fucking lived longer. It warned about things that if you didn't know about them would be hard to understand, like the transition of childhood into adulthood, the transition of warrior, hunter, gatherer into defender and provider for family element. Like, there's things in there that nobody can be warned about, but founding groundwork can be put down. So is religion a bunch of words on a piece of paper? No. Is it a book? No. Your religion is the collective wisdom and experience of your predecessors, ancestors, tribe. And it can include their points of view in the world, but only as they come to them through a conclusion and understanding, through the analytical process, the wisdom of these people as they get older and learn. And B, the the pantheism, right? Whatever the circumstances, the nature, whatever you want to call it, the events that forced that tribe to go through that group, the collective, to go through those experiences. Did they endure drought? Did they endure wild animals? Did they endure hostile tribes? Did they endure calamity? What kind of calamity? Because if it fucked them over really good, they're going to want to make sure that that information is included in their religion and passed down. Whether it's spoken, whether it's mimicked and danced around a fire, whether it's written in Latin or Sumerian or whatever. Okay? So religion is basically the lifeblood of us, because if I was to honor the religion of those that came before and the sacrifices that they made and the wisdom that they accumulated and the tests that they survived, then I owe it to put my page in that book. And what is my page? My page must not contradict the previous pages before it. It cannot say, everybody that came before me was completely full of shit and their ass backwards. Well, then how the fuck did I get here if they didn't know what the fuck they were doing at all? See? I cannot make myself a fool. And I must know that whatever I add needs to also respect those. I may think that my dad's a piece of shit, but you know what? He survived long enough to make a kid, and here I am. Just like his father and his father before them. So just because the previous generation may have its faults, it fucking survived. And if you like being alive, you have to honor them. And you do that by spreading A, life, B, wisdom, and C, your own experience that accommodates and complements your religion. You see, when it becomes rules on a wall or words out of the mouth of a fucking expert, and it isn't actually the life that you are living and the life that you came from, then your religion is like sterilized and a tool. Okay, so is this a holy war? Do you guys need a break? The holy war is about other people found their ways of life and what worked for them. Okay? So let's talk about Jesus Christ. Either you believe that this system that all of these different religions were learning and developing as their tribes wandered the deserts or the jungles or the mountains or the snow, these tribes all gathered their collective information, their wisdom, and their love of tribe and their honor and all that stuff, and they all kind of come to the same conclusion. So do you think that the lie was precipitated through everything? Or do you think it's the 100 monkeys and all religions did come to very similar conclusions because the world is based on a system, and it is a system of repetition. It is cyclic. Sine. Okay, the sun rises, the sun sets. Evil rises, evil sets. Good rises, good sets. In the book of Ecclesiastes, it says, to everything there is a season, and there is a time for love, and there is a time for dying, and there is a time for war. Now, does it say, go declare war? No. But it says that everything comes in its time. And what has happened, and what's happening next has to happen next, because that's part of this cycle. And so, what is this cycle? Is it a religious cycle? Well, we just discussed what religion is, so therefore I say absolutely, because if there's anybody living involved, then it has to be religion, because religion is life, by my definition, and your definition can be different, right? And the colleges can have different definitions. I don't give a shit. I'm making a point. And if you understand my point, then rock on. If you don't, cool. Religion is life. You either believe in your own life and the people that brought you about and that you're going to perpetuate it, and you believe that that life honors something. Yes, it honors itself. In Buddhism, that is Om. It is, I don't prescribe to Buddhism because I think there's a hole in it. I prescribe to the fact that this system absolutely can yield one that is present or produced at the apex, one that gleams from the top down, or however you want to see it, the system for what it is, that is the conduit, the arc, the transition, the connector, the divinator between us and the system outside the system, the next level of energy, the creator. What is the creator? The creator is all life. But where did all life originate from? It did not originate from me or my dad or his dad or his dad. It had to originate from somewhere. So if we want to transcend the state of being trapped as we are right now, which I say that we are, figuratively, then what we have to do, humor me suggesting, is we have to find a conduit to transcend this to move on to the next. And it can't be by our own sheer will, it needs to be by alignment. We have to sync up, find the tempo, find the threshold, find the limit, find the vein of the source of all life. Now, is the source of all life this hair color and this height? No, fucking of course not. Is it even man? No, because my cats are alive. All life is all life. You can go, right, sit under a tree and contemplate that, but religion is life, and life is the only thing there is, and anything else is absence or loss of. That's how I see it. That's my black and white. So we must honor life. That means we do not look to snuff it out where we go. All right? If you don't respect the life in others, you cannot respect the life in yourself and the life that created you. So we're not to go out and slaughter wholesale. But is this a holy war? Yes, it is. Because all the different tribes and religions of the world have a belief of what their concept, their perception, their point of view, their station in this is. And unfortunately, there's a tribe that through whatever reason, means, and purposes got to the point where they think that it's their business to run the whole fucking world and to represent humankind. And they do so in the Franken-Sabbatean sense, that they want to dominate and pervert and sully all that is life to make it so noxious and gaseous as to choke it out and all life in this world, and then we're nothing. They want nothingness forever. They want to be the destroyers of God. Well, that cannot happen. That's just the most ridiculous, arrogant, fucking stupid, prideful thing you can think of. But you know what? People are fallible and they listen to ridiculous shit, and their plan has so far kind of worked. It has sullied the world and it's made it nasty and all of that. But what that really means is it just proves that one guy came, saw that this was going to happen, knew that there was a way past it, and has been proving it every since of the way. This guy came and said, look, you are all given a choice to be evil, and a lot of you will pick that choice to be evil, but some of you won't. You'll be trapped underneath the people that are evil, and I'm letting you know that there is a way past that. That it sucks, and I'm sorry, and I'm going to pay the price for you right now, but you need to know that all the love and life and beauty and creation that created you will not abandon you. It will not. It didn't make you out of hate, and it didn't make you out of randomness or absurdity. It made you out of love of life. Just like you love a deep breath, or love falling in love, or love the miracle of a child being born. You love life, and that's why you were created. This thing loved you, or loved itself so much to generate you on this plane. It's just love, right? You know what love is. I don't have to explain that. So the Holy War is essentially a religion of love and a religion of hate. You can call it Christian, you can call it Jewish, you can call it Zoroastrian, you can call it Brahmist, you could Tao, Confucianism, right? Yeah, Sabbatean, Frankist, whatever. Is it love, life, everlasting, growing, great gratitude, or is it destruction, perversion, entropy, nihilism, emptiness of anything that bonds to others? And do you get it? So is this a holy war? Yes, it is. Ask yourself what your religion is. It's life. See, what you're doing is you're asking, what is life? What's the value of life to you? Is life so important that you will fight for it? Yes. Does that mean you'll kill for it? Well, I've talked about this quite a bit. Let's not try to read into the future. Let's instead try to make sure that we're acting in a way that's appropriate, so when the future lands on us, that we're in the right posture, in the right frame of mind, in the right spectrum. Okay? And what's that spectrum? Take a look at the fact that you're alive. Ask yourself if you like being alive, if you are grateful for the fact that you were given life, and then understand that you are now enlisted, and you must now honor and defend and uphold and be grateful for that life. And you may not understand that somebody came before you and gave an explanation of all this and forgave you of all these mistakes that you're making and are going to make. You don't have to. You just have to value life, and then ponder your religion, pray to your religion. And what does life tell you? Does it tell you to stay pure? Does it tell you to stay alive? Does it tell you to take care of the next seed, the next gene line? Does it tell you to stand up against this evil? Does it tell you to push the evil back? Does it tell you to light a torch and go into dark places and dispel the shadow? There you go. This is a holy war. Pick your fucking religion. You don't want to be Christian? Good. But if your religion, whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, if it says, I think that life is important, and if there's any force out there that's trying to destroy all life, then I should stand up against it, then guess what, brother? You and I, we can sit down and have coffee, tea, rice cakes, whatever. I hope this makes sense, because to deny reality means that you're just swirling. The reality is, this is a holy war. Prepare yourself. If you're prepared, what the fuck do you have to worry about? God bless. Take speed. Take care. Godspeed. Hail victory.